12:05. Good Saturday to everyone out there. I am Chris Chreston. I'm here with Brian Lattanville, and this is Healthy Home Makeovers. Jody is on the board spinning the hip. As he knows, we are hip fans here on the Healthy Home Makeovers show, and we hope the rest of you out there are enjoying your Saturday so far. And it's just a pretty decent day. Blue sky, always a nice plus. Especially when the temperatures are in the minus range. Brian, how you doing?
Good. How are you? It was a beautiful drive down here. It's nice and sunny outside. Nice to get some vitamin D in our system.
Yeah. I think a lot of us are probably short on it right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a blue January, they call it, right?
Yeah, seriously. Well, at least the sky is blue. But
Yeah.
Healthy Home Makeovers, maybe we can't do anything about your blues, but we can definitely take some of the worries away when you're thinking about the health of your home and the health of your family. And that's what Brian takes care of in your home. He takes care of the health of your air, the health of your water, and basically everything that you're taking in to take away those worries that you might have about the health of your family.
Correct. Yes, it's a lot about prevention, right? A lot of the world is changing towards preventing, and it's really good. Rather than reacting, we're proactive to our educational medicine and our environmental health, and that's what we're here for. Purifying the air in your home, purifying the water in your home, taking care of electromagnetic fields within your home, and your overall health and wellness for yourself and your family.
And Healthy Home Makeovers is brought to you, as always, by Improve Canada. That's Canada's largest home improvement center, located at Keele and the 407-7250 Keele Street. And you can find Brian's store, Healthy Home Makeovers, at Unit 65, right there at Improve Canada.
That's right there, open 7 days a week. We are open on the weekends. We have our store employee in there. Hi, Peter. He's in there now, ready to service anybody or help anybody with some questions or answers or show you the products, to go over some of the benefits of these products within your home.
If you have any questions that you want to ask Brian here live on the air, you know you've heard him here before, and that maybe there's a question that you're thinking, not sure if there's a specific situation that you're in, not sure if Brian's able to help you, well, we can answer that question live right now at 416-870-6400 or star 640 on your cell phone. The email is always info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca, and you can check out their website, healthyhomemakeovers.ca, and that's where you can click book now and book that healthy home assessment, which is in sort of the start of the entire process, finding out, doing a checkup on your home's health.
Yeah, doing the Healthy Home Assessment. And also on the website, you can ask us questions there as well. We have a live chat as well as a contact form. So if you just have some sort of questions prior to booking, then yeah, definitely you can send it through to us, and we'll definitely get back to you as fast as possible to help you answer your questions and keep you at ease, to let you know how the booking is going to go. But we'll just explain it here a little bit on the air for you now. So a Healthy Home Assessment is going to take about an hour to hour and a half. I will come to your home and I will test your air quality. We'll do a comprehensive room-by-room screening of it all, testing for all different types of air quality in the air, particle concentration meter, or tricorder as we like to call it here on air. We'll go and test what the particles are in the air. And some of those particles include bioburdens, VOCs, toxins, mold spores, all sorts of different things, like dust particles that you can think of that are in the air. And, 90%, 99% of all the things in the air are invisible. So it's very hard for us to see and for us to fathom what could possibly be in the air that we're breathing. And that's why we come in here, come into your home and show you, or workplaces even, folks, to show you scientifically what is there so you can see the differences. And then we test for the water quality. So, all sorts of different things in the water, hard water, iron in the water, chlorine, there's formaldehyde in your water, not formaldehyde, fluoride in your water, other prescription drugs that go into the waterways, all sorts of things like that. So we give you solutions on how to clean your water, purify the water, filter the water out, and what are the best systems for your home in your area. Also, we test for electromagnetic fields. So one of the things we like to do is have us come in for the testing first so we can figure out what's going on in your home. Every home is different. Everybody is different. Different areas, different things that they're doing. We help with odors, allergies, all sorts of things. So if you're seeing any of these things going on in your home, give us a call, book an assessment. We can help you through that.
And the number to call to book an assessment is 647-660-4900. You can send Brian an email, info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca, or click the Book Now button at healthyhomemakeovers.ca, and you can get the ball rolling, get that healthy home assessment to get a checkup on the health of your home. We'll talk a little bit more about air. We'll talk a bunch about water and talk about the health of your home coming back on the other side here. This is Healthy Home Makeovers on Global News Radio, 640 Toronto. And we are live here, 12:14, so please give us a call if you have any questions. Maybe you're wondering about one of the specific services, whether it's the air or whether it's the water or whether it's the electromagnetic fields. Give us a call, and if you have a concern about any of those things or just maybe just a little bit curious about it, you can give us a call and ask Brian here at 416-870-6400 and star 640 on your cell phone. Brian, we were talking about the healthy home assessment. You go in there, you bring in the tricorder, you're checking the air, you're checking the water, you're checking electromagnetic fields, and I know we talked about this just off the top, or rather before we got started here on the air. One of the questions that you get sometimes is, once you've gone through the house, you've done the check, now the homeowner has the information in front of them, what's the best thing to start with first? Should you tackle the air first, the water first? What do you think that the main focus should be for people?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I got it earlier this week. A customer needed air system and some water systems, and they were asking us, like they were a husband and wife duo, and the wife was concerned about the water quality, and the husband was concerned about the air quality, but it wasn't necessarily in their budget to do both all at once. And usually what we'll do is if it's more than one product, we'll give you a multi-product discount, which we help you out with. And obviously, the home assessment's a $99 charge, and we always say if you purchase something over $500, we credit you back the $99, which is still true to this day. So that's what we do, so you people know. The other thing, so back to the question, it's really a personal preference at times. It's hard for me to say one over the other, because really you need both, and that's what we always say. So we say, you guys assess what your needs are and what you feel like you would want first, and then we'll go from there. We'll take it in steps with you. You don't have to necessarily purchase everything all at once. We can work it over with you. We can work out a plan with you to put this in for the first few months, and then go and put the next set of services in for the next few months. And this way you'll end up with all of the services by within a 6 months to a year period. And this way you've improved the health of your home over the 6 month to a year period, almost like you're doing a renovation, sort of.
Right, exactly. You wouldn't do every room all at the same time.
Correct, exactly. And a lot of people, we try to tell them, when you're doing a renovation and you've called in a contractor, give us a call. Let me come in there, do the $99 test, give you the ideas on what you might need. This way you can add it into your budget. We don't mind working with contractors as well, and figuring out the solutions to put these systems in along with your renovation, because these are highly important. Just like bringing in a brand new couch or a brand new, renovating your kitchen or something. You're doing all that work and you're not worrying about the health of your environment or the water you're going to be drinking or the air quality. Plus, the other thing that we like to do is, if you're living in your home during the renovation, having this air system in place, our Healthy Home Makeover HEPA 1000, having that in place while your renovation is happening and you and your family are living in the home, you got to think, folks, they're ripping out the walls, they're ripping up the carpets, they're removing all of the old products that have been in there, and then they've probably been in there prior to you even moving in the home.
Right.
So you don't even know what's been in there from the get-go, and all of that is going to go into your air. And you're going to be breathing it in. It's going to go into your furnace system. It's going to go through your circulation. You're going to be breathing it all in. Or if you're in a condo apartment, the same deal. So these systems can help purify the air, take all those toxins out of the air. One thing that we wanted to talk about today was air quality, and we'll get to it. And some of the five biggest factors of air quality, number one is the chemicals in the air. VOCs, bioburdens, and toxins. And some of those are benzene and formaldehyde that you're breathing in. Even new products that you buy from the store that are made overseas or whatnot, they'll have formaldehyde on them and they'll off-gas. Just like our mattresses that we talk about will off-gas, and that'll come into your air. Cleaning products and fragrances, all of that stuff that you're spraying on to clean and make it smell nice, those all have toxins that we're breathing in.
I think about that sometimes with cleaning products is, I'm doing my best to keep my home clean, but in the meantime, what are these chemicals that I'm spraying all over the place?
Exactly, and that's working. It's kind of counterproductive, because it's you're cleaning up but then you're breathing all those chemicals in, and it's affecting us, right? Some of the other ones are dust and allergens. Like if you're waking up and you have itchy eyes, or you're sneezing and you're worried about allergies, there's a couple of different things that we talk about this with. One, the air quality, obviously, in the home. The second one is your bedding, and we have Cozy Sleep Organic bedding, which we'll get to later on in the show. But some of these things could be affecting you, and that's why it's best for us to come in, we assess, we discuss, we have a conversation with you, we go over all the issues with you, and try to pinpoint exactly what's going on with your allergens in the home. And either way, we have solutions to help you. So those are some of the things. You have chest tightness, shortness of breath, wheezing. Those are all allergy-specific issues. And also there's carbon dioxide, and you want to be able to try to clean that out as much as possible and purify that within your home. So these are just some of the things that air quality could be causing within your home, and it's all about prevention so you don't end up with issues later on.
Right, exactly. So this is making sure that you're taking care of the air or the water, or in this case we're talking about the air in your home, so that you don't wind up having to deal with an illness down the road or anything.
Correct. And you know what? So many of our customers, after we put these systems in, they say, wow, we don't have to dust as much in our house. Right. And you're right. Those dust particles capture all of the other particles, and they sit on the tables, on your computers. Dust is almost inevitable. You're going to get it. But it all depends on how much dust and how much you can control it, right? So our system works with your furnace fan, and it circulates the air. And an average square foot of 2,000 square feet, it'll exchange the air twice per hour in that whole house. And that's just an amazing thing. So just think of it this way. You have a 2,000 square foot house, you put our HEPA 1000 on your ductwork, and it's going to exchange the air in that whole house twice per hour. So you're breathing fresh, purified air.
And I've even got the portable unit,
yep.
And that one I've noticed in my home, in my condo, less dust, a lot less stuffy. Especially in the wintertime, it just got sort of stuffy and muggy in there, and it was hard to keep up with it. And it just sort of felt like, what's going on? What am I going to do? I would open up the doors and the windows. Meanwhile, I live next to the Gardner Expressway.
Yeah.
Was I really letting in fresh air at that point? Now that I've got the Healthy Home Makeovers portable air filter in there, which model is it that I have?
So you have the HEPA 2500. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 2500 model, the portable, the 3-speed. It's great, a great system. And we get that all the time. Like we were up in a customer's house up in Cobourg, Ontario, and the same thing. Oh, we'll just open the windows. Great, you're in farmland, it's fresh and everything, mm-hmm. But it's not. The quality of air outside is always worse than it is inside for many of reasons, which we'll get to in the next segment, I guess.
Great. A whole lot more, including that, coming up on Healthy Home Makeovers. You can give Brian a call anytime, 647-660-4900. Send him an email, info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca. Or looking for something to do this weekend, head over to Improve Canada, 7250 Keele Street. Visit Unit 65. That's the Healthy Home Makeover store. That's at Improve Canada, Canada's largest home improvement center. A lot more with Brian, talking about the air and the water and the health of your home on the other side. Coming up on 12:25 here on Global News Radio 640 Toronto, this is Healthy Home Makeovers. I'm Chris Chreston with Brian Lattanville, as always, from Healthy Home Makeovers. You can find their store at Improve Canada. That's Canada's largest home improvement center. You can check out a whole lot of what we talk about here on the show there. That's at 7250 Keele Street. Unit 65 is where you can find their store, and you can always check out the website healthyhomemakeovers.ca for a whole lot more information as well. When we took the break, Brian, we were talking about air quality and talking about some of the things that contribute to the air quality or lack thereof in your home. What other things are there that are floating around in your air?
Yeah, there's different things. So like I said to people, when we come in and do the home assessment, it's also an educational piece for you as the customer, the client, to pick my brain and go over some of the things that you can do to improve the air quality in your home. And there are steps that you can take to start that improvement prior to buying a air system or whatever it might be. A lot of people have different systems in place. Like basically the one is your furnace filter, making sure that is changed, that is taken care of, that is replaced. It's not an air cleaner like we always say, especially the 1-inch ones, but they are there to protect your furnace fan from being a large rock going in there and breaking up the furnace fan. But it also helps with airflow. If that thing is clogged, then you're going to have less airflow in the house because the air is not going through the pleated filter. It's clogged up, it's blocked up. You're going to get less airflow throughout your house, which could cause less heat, a higher energy bill, all sorts of things like that. So number one is we go in down there and we start and we test that and we check it out. Number two is people have humidifiers and they're usually on their systems. So you want to make sure that your humidifier is set. There has summer temperatures and winter temperatures, so you got to go down there and make sure that that's in place, because having a balanced humidity in your house is very important for the air quality. Also, you got to clean out that humidifier every once in a while. Not just replace the pad, but actually go in there and do like a nice deep clean, because what can happen is mold can grow in there and build up. Because the moisture gets in there, it gets dried up, it's moist and dry, and then mold will build up, and that could end up going through your system into your air. So you always want to make sure that that's taken care of and cleaned. Number 2 is having your furnace fan running. Having it on all the time will help circulate the air in the house all the time. It'll help try to keep the dust down a little bit. And I know you don't have to have it on hot or cold, but just try to have that furnace fan running to help with air circulation. Okay, this is going to help the whole house with the air circulation. Like you were saying, wintertime it gets very stale. People want to open the windows. So some of the things that we help. Also, having your air intakes for your registers clean. Making sure that they're free from being blocked by a couch or a piece of furniture, because that's what is bringing in the air and circulating the air through the home. So if you find in one room, hey, I get a lot more dust in this room than I do in other rooms, look and see where you can find your air intakes. Where is that air intake? Is it blocked? Is it got a lot of dust in it that I need to vacuum it out or clean it out? Even unscrew it a little bit and check out the inside of it, right? These are some of the small things that we can come in and help you with, and we assess during our home assessment. Just one thing I want to step back to is Improve Canada. You were saying, so I have a small story I just wanted to introduce here. I had a friend of mine coming this week to visit me. He wanted to purchase a mattress for him and his children. He was moving. A great guy, great friend of mine for years. So I brought him in. I said, "Come on down," and he goes to me, "Brian, I need to get a couple more things for a new house." Perfect. Let me walk you around. And introduce you to a couple of the vendors that I know throughout. There's 350 stores in there, folks. So I know a few vendors in there that sell these different furniture materials. So I took him around to about 3 or 4 stores, and he looked at me and goes, "Wow." He goes, "It's a one-stop shop."
It really is.
And I said to him, "Yeah, even if you're looking at doing a home renovation or anything like that, come on down, folks. Come on down and get an idea. It's going to take you, plan yourself maybe a weekend or 2, because the first weekend you're going to go down there, you're going to write down all the names of the companies that you want to go visit, you're going to get some information, and then you're going to want to go back again and then make your deals or figure out what you want to buy." But yeah, definitely a one-stop shop for healthy living and for just home renovations in general.
Yeah, and if you like home shows, so many people will like going to the various home shows, and you're a part of a lot of them, Brian, all over the GTA, and it really is sort of like an all-year-round home show. There's all sorts of vendors who are there to sort of help inspire and come up with different ideas that you can use to renovate your home, improve your home, buy new furniture, what have you, whatever your interest is.
Yeah, that's it. So and it's like a giant home show, 24 hours, 7 days a week sort of thing. You can go in there and check it out. You can look online even prior to going down there. All of the vendors are on the directory, and you can get a good idea of what you want: kitchen renovations, basement renovations, like I said, healthy living, products like ours. All of these things are down there. And talking about home shows, we're going to be at the free from and allergy friendly Expo, March 2nd to 3rd in Toronto, and we're actually just signed up to be a part of that. A lot of it is going to be food allergens, but we also help, obviously, with our air quality to help with dust allergens and stuff like that. So I thought it was a great fit for us, so we're going to be there. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that in February.
Awesome, terrific, and that's coming up pretty soon.
It is. It's coming up pretty quick.
We'll get to water and a whole lot more on the other side of the break. We do have a call waiting on the line, so hold on, Jerry. He's got a question about humidifiers, so we will touch on that when we come back here with Healthy Home Makeovers. Info at healthyhomemakeovers.ca. 647-660-4900. Healthyhomemakeovers.ca is where you can book a healthy home assessment. 12:33 here. If you do have a question for Brian, you can give us a call at 416-870-6400. We had Jerry on the line, but we lost him. He had a question about humidifiers. Jerry, you can give us a call back, or you can send an email, info at healthyhomemakeovers.ca, if you want to ask Brian on email, whatever your question happened to be. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us either way, by email or on the number here, the same number you would call all week long here at Global News Radio, 416-870-6400, star 640 on your cell phone. Brian, earlier this week, Kelly and I were talking about the new the new Canada Food Guide, and
Yes.
sort of having a little bit of fun with it, because a lot of it's really just sort of spelt out. They tell you, how to eat, how to chew, who to eat with. But one of the interesting things was, really taking a step away from drinking juices and things like that, and really making water your beverage of choice, which to me sort of felt like common sense. But I grew up in a house where we were always drinking water. Basically, everyone always had a water glass somewhere in the house all the time, and or in some cases it was a bottle. Yeah. I'm sorry, but
I'd say you're fired.
But part of what you guys do is bring people back to the tap, get rid of those bottles, and can help making water your beverage of choice really a lot easier.
Isn't water the universal drink of the world?
It really is.
Globally, right?
Well, hey, when
you can offer anybody a glass of water and you will not offend them.
That's true.
Right?
When they're looking for life on other planets, what's the first thing they look for?
They're looking for water. Hopefully it'll be a Healthy Home Makeovers water one day. Who knows? Fresh, purified water.
And that's what you offer. So you're offering water for different parts of the home, for the drinking water in different places. How does all that work?
Correct. And what was funny is I was listening one of the shows during the week, because now I'm an AM640 avid listener, obviously, for a few years now. But and I love listening to it while I'm driving throughout the day. And there's been several times when I wanted to call in and talk, but I never know if I'm going to get a call or get busy. But definitely, and there was also a dentist on talking about the fluoride in the water, which was very interesting, right? So as the city, you're living in the city. You're getting filtered water. We all know this, right? The water goes through the water systems and get filtered out. They add in chlorine, they add in fluoride, as we talked about. And as the gentleman was saying, that it has to be the proper concentration for the proper health benefits. Now, a lot of people are worried about that, and they don't want it in their water. We get a lot of calls of, can your systems remove the fluoride? Can your systems remove the chlorine? Yes, and yes. We can answer both those questions with a yes and yes. Now, one of the things are, people are going to the dentist all the time. They're getting their dose of fluoride there. They're using their toothbrush. Listen, I'm not a medical expert. I'm not going to tell you how much of one thing that you're supposed to use more than the other. But if you want chemical-free water, we can help you with that. If you want soft water, we can help you with that. If you have any other specific issues with your water, we can help you with that. So we come in and we test for these things. Whether you're on a well, whether you're on city water, whether you have other filtered water in your house, and you want to make sure that it's working properly. Because a lot of people will buy a home, and they'll have these water systems in their home. Excuse me. And the thing is, they don't know if these water systems are still working properly or up to par or what they should be doing. So, and some of these systems last you, like the base of the system lasts about 10 years. So a water softening system, for instance, that base of the unit, not necessarily the top electrical part of the unit, but the base of the unit should be replaced after 10 years. And a lot of people don't know when that system was installed, how long it's been there for, if it's still working properly. So that's what we come in and we test for, and we'll let you know. And we can update it for you. We can put a new system in. We have all sorts of different updated systems. As you know, as years go by, technology progresses, newer technology comes out and works a lot more efficiently. So these are all the things. So the number one thing that we get that we find in homes is hard water. Now, hard water is a calcium buildup. You get that white film on your showers. You get it on your dishes. You get that white film in your dishwasher, all of that kind of stuff. That is hard water building up within your home. So what it's going to do is it will clog up your pipes. It will leave the film on the dishes, the showers, and all that kind of stuff, the calcium buildup. It will also can cause dry skin, can cause eczema, and this is why we put water softeners in to relieve that and remove that from the system. Now, it's not bad to drink hard water, and it's not bad to drink soft water. People think, oh, there's too much sodium, we have to put salt in the tank. It's not the same thing, folks. It's a lot different. So we'll come in there and we'll help you with that. Also, our systems are a 2-in-1. They also have a chlorine bed in it, so it's going to remove the toxins and going to remove chlorine in a 2-in-1 system. So you don't have to be sold a separate tank or a separate system to remove the chlorine out of the water or other toxins or odors that are in there. A carbon filter will help remove the odors and chlorine out of the water. Also, then if you have discoloration in your water, you need a sediment filter in there to help with that, and we can provide that as well. So we have different systems for different parts of your water, and there's a lot of people that don't need anything, and they're just happy with whatever they have. And then back to drinking water, We have great Canadian-made, all of our products Canadian-made, reverse osmosis system right for underneath your kitchen sink on your tap. So you just turn the tap on and you can fill up your reusable water bottles or your tin water bottles, whatever you're using, so you can keep your carbon footprint down. You don't have to keep purchasing water bottles or have water coolers or whatnot. These are also great for offices, folks. A lot of people are converting to our reverse osmosis systems and getting rid of the water tanks and the water bottles within the office. When I worked in an office place, it was always gets the water cooler and the bottle's empty. I felt like I was the only one ever replacing that water bottle. You know what I mean? So one of the funny things was when I was working in an office place, and I remember this conversation with somebody because they were selling us a water system that worked from the tap, and it was a filtered system. And one of the things they said was, when you put your hand on the water bottle and you're putting it on the neck of the bottle and you're stuffing it into the because everybody grabs it by the neck and by the handle, right? That's how you kind of handle it.
We're talking about that big jug that you've got to flip upside down and drop it onto the...
Yeah, so somebody's hands have been all over that. Where has that water bottle been? And now it's going into the water and through the system. So, and that's already filtered. That's already like in that water bottle, in that jug, it's already filtered water. So it's not going through a filter in the cooler. The cooler is just keeping it cold, right? So it's not like going through an extra filter within that cooler. So that's one of the things I like to I always remember that. It's always in the back of my mind. It's like, I'll just get some other water or, whatever. So that's what we do. We help you with that. So you have the water system right at your kitchen sink. You turn that water on all the time. So whenever you're serving guests or family members or friends, whoever's coming over, you can be rest assured that they're getting nice purified water.
And you know what you were saying earlier, some people, if you offer someone a glass of water, they're probably not going to be offended. It was interesting. I actually had a guest in earlier in the week, and it was Olympian Brian Van Couverden. Okay. And he was in, and I said, hey, would you like a glass of water or anything? He's like, yes, but I don't want a bottle. So a lot of people, I think, are especially thinking about that carbon footprint and thinking about that plastic that they're having and that plastic, then the waste that they're then throwing out. And a lot of people don't want to necessarily be a part of it.
And there's a lot of water bottled companies out there, and I'm not going to name any or talk to any about them on air, but there's a lot of water bottle companies out there that's the water's not great. It's not, it's not pure. It's safe, but it's not, the type of water that is necessarily healthy for us to drink, or that it's optimal for us to drink. So we have that as well. So and then there's lots of different water bottle companies, and I'm out there because sometimes we're on the road, we're traveling, we always have to grab a bottle of water. It's going to happen here and there. We run out of our water that we've drank. We want to stop in the store and grab something, and there's so many different water bottle companies out there, and there's reasons for that, right? There's different filtered water. So
yeah. Some taste better than others.
Correct.
Too. And it's funny, Brian, because you think about when people started buying bottled water. I know that my dad worked for a water company, and people said, no one's going to buy this bottle of water. He worked for Perrier. Yeah. And luckily they had bubbles.
Yes.
So there was something different to what they were selling. But people would say, no one's going to buy bottled water and drink it. And then people wanted it for the convenience. But I feel like it's become less and less convenient when you've got to buy skids of water bottles, bring them into your house, and then all of a sudden you've got all this waste, everything that you're throwing out into the blue bin. When you take it back to the tap, when you take it back to the kitchen sink, all of a sudden it becomes a whole lot more convenient. You've just got a glass, and you open up that faucet. Clean water comes out when you've got the reverse osmosis system.
Exactly. Purified water. You're taking everything out of the water that could be in there with the reverse osmosis system.
If you got a question about the water that you're drinking in your home, you can give us a call here, 416-870-6400, star 640 on your cell phone. We've got a whole lot more to talk about here with Healthy Home Makeovers and Brian Lattanville on Global News Radio, 640 Toronto. 1246, we are live here with Healthy Home Makeovers, brought to you by Improve Canada, Canada's largest home improvement center. You can call or text Brian anytime, 647-660-4900. Send him an email, info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca, or book that healthy home assessment at healthyhomemakeovers.ca. Click the Book Now page. fill out all the fields there, and you can get started checking out the health of your home and seeing where there might be some room for improvement in the air quality, the water quality, electromagnetic fields. But that's not all Healthy Home Makeovers does. You guys also do bedding, and that's the Cozy Sleep organic bedding.
Yeah, we do organic bedding, and when we come into the home, we'll discuss that as well. We'll check the bedding in your rooms, the kids' rooms, whatever it might be, and we'll because a lot of allergies can be produced by that. And I guess the show's been really helping as we've been swamped this month with bedding. It's been fantastic, actually. Foam, most beds are made with foam. So you have the new car smell. I explain this to everybody because it's just the easiest way to explain it. You purchase a new car, you have the new car smell, and that new car smell is foam off-gassing. And it's from the seats and the foam that they put into the car, and that's all the smell that you're getting, and it's the foam off-gassing. Foam is a petrochemical chemical compound. It's made with that, and it's totally off-gas. It's a closed-cell product, so every time you sit on the seat or you sit on your bed, then the cell opens up, and the toxins are released. So you can imagine every time that you're tossing and turning at nighttime or moving around, or if you have a foam pillow, for instance, which is one of those things where it just scares me sometimes to think. You're moving around that pillow, and those cells are opening up, and you're breathing in those toxic chemicals right next to your face. So we go in and we explain that to folks, and we try to help them and educate them on trying to find the proper bedding for them. And one of the funniest things that I always find is, wow, I just purchased my mattress like a year ago. I wish I would have known this, right? And I get that all the time. And that's perfectly fine. And there's a lot of people in there that will end up purchasing products or mattresses or bedding anyways, and then later on they'll keep it in the back of their mind that, hey, you know what, my next mattress purchase should be X, Y, and Z, an organic bed. So I always tell people your mattress should last you a maximum of 10 years. 8 to 10 years is the ideal lifespan of any mattress. I don't care what it is. It's our mattresses, somebody else's mattress. Don't buy into this is a lifetime mattress. No, folks, okay? You should not have a mattress for a lifetime, 25 years even, whatever it might be. It's 8 to 10 years. Dust mites get in there. They defecate in the mattress becomes heavier. Lots of things happen to the bedding, chemicals, growth, whatever might happen. You want to replace your mattress every 8 to 10 years. Think about this. You spend a third of your life on your bedding. Okay, or you should be if you're getting the proper 8 hours of sleep at night that is recommended. 6 to 10 hours is what I think, so I always say 8. So it's a third of your life on your mattress. I know obviously you're not always sleeping at home every single night. Sometimes you're out traveling, whatever. But just think about this. A third of your life on your mattress, on your bedding. So you want to make sure that is healthy, it's clean, it's proper, it does not have chemicals in it that you're breathing in every night. Okay, you're doing all this work to put in a water system, an air system, and then you're going to bed every night sleeping on your chemical laden mattress. So we come in there, we help educate that, we talk about that. You can come into our store, we have all sorts of different types of bedding that for you. We have coconut fiber beds, we have organic latex, not latex foam, okay, that's the other thing. Watch when you go into stores or other places and they go, oh, we have a latex foam mattress. That means it's mixed with foam. Okay, it's chemicals with foam in it. Then we have cotton, organic cotton, and wool. And we have organic cotton cover on everything. We also have duvet, camel cashmere, yak cashmere, and silk duvets. We have pillows, latex, cotton, and wool. So come on in and see us. Think about your bedding. Think about making a change. If it's time to make a change, then come on in. And we have a 101-day money-back guarantee and a 45-day layer exchange. So if you've had your mattress for the 45 days and you're not happy with the firmness, we'll pick it up, we'll bring it back, we'll exchange it, we'll bring it back to you. We are the owner of the company. We are the manufacturer. We are not a retailer. So we are able to do these things for you. And you're getting the basically wholesale pricing from us. You're getting the direct from manufacturer pricing. So it's not being marked up and we're not a middleman. So you got to think of that as well when you're making these purchases. The health of your home, the health of your family, the health of your environment, all works into this. So that's Cozy Sleep Organic Bedding. We have CozySleep.com that you can visit, or you can visit us through the Healthy Home Makeovers website as well, and get some ideas and some tips on how to improve the health of your sleep. Now, the other thing that we do is infrared saunas that we talked about. And we do electromagnetic fields, which we'll touch on the last segment, but I'd like to talk about infrared saunas as well, because we're getting a lot of interest lately in that. I'm probably because of the cold weather.
Yeah, it's chilly. You want to get inside and maybe get some heat, get some of the warmth and some of that goodness from that.
They're great. And a lot of people that I find now, a lot of my friends, even us, they're doing a lot more in-home gyms, right? You're making your gym inside your house. You're having the space. You're having that extra basement. You're renovating. You're saying, hey, you know what? I want to use this area as the gym rather than going to one of these gyms, especially with January and everybody's New Year's resolutions. They want to work out more. That's like the top resolution that everybody has. A lot of people are creating their gyms inside, whether they're getting a spin bike or a treadmill or whatever it might be. And though adding a sauna to this is a great health benefit. So you can have your workout, go into your sauna. An infrared sauna is portable, it's movable. So if you want to move, you want to take it with you, you can. It's not difficult. It's 4 walls, a roof, and a floor where you can come in and move that for you. The other great thing about our saunas is in the wintertime, sure, let's have them in the basement. Right? Sometimes it's dark, it's dungy. They don't want to be in the basement all the time. Summertime, you can move that for a sauna to your deck outside, or your balcony, for instance, if you're allowed in different condos or apartments, and basically right there you can have a nice view, check out your sauna, have your 20 minutes in it, a half an hour, which will do the same health benefits as a 1 hour in a steam sauna. So not only are you cutting down time, you're getting the same health benefits, you're getting the same sweat and all that kind of stuff, and it's going to help you lose weight and detoxify your body. And they're Canadian made, and we can customize them for you. So come on and see us. We are medical grade infrared saunas, stainless steel heat emitters with no EMF. Okay, they're very important when you're purchasing saunas.
And you can check that out at the Improve Canada store. Improve Canada is Canada's largest home improvement center, and Healthy Home Makeovers is located in Unit 65, and you can find all of that at 7250 Keele Street. We'll be back to talk about that electromagnetic fields and go over the Healthy Home Assessment again on the other side here with Brian Lattanville and Healthy Home Makeovers. Just wrapping up here with Healthy Home Makeovers and Brian Lattanville. After we're off the air, you can still reach out to Brian, info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca or 647-660-4900, or visit healthyhomemakeovers.ca if you've got any questions or you want to book a healthy home assessment. We should touch quickly on the electromagnetic fields and when you're in there doing that healthy home assessment, what is it you're looking for, and what do people need to know about these EMFs in their home?
Yeah, we'll talk about a little bit of EMF and then how to book again. So we'll talk about EMF. So there's 2 different types of EMF. There's wired and wireless. So there's a few different types, but these are the ones that we're testing for. So wired EMF is what we call dirty electricity throughout our home. So like the way I try to explain it to people is when we were younger and we had a TV, you press that button and you turn the TV off, right? And you wouldn't see any lights or nothing on the TV was off. Like the power was cut and that was it. Now a little red light stays on. It's the standby mode, as they call it. That means there's still dirty electricity flowing through that TV into our bodies. And so this comes through the wired electricity that we have in our home. From the hydro lines, it travels through the wires in our home into our electronics that are still on into our bodies, which is a low EMF radiation. Some of it can affect us more than others, and some of it have higher levels than others. Also, hydro lines coming into older homes, whether they're in the bedrooms or coming, onto the roof and then down into the ground, those can also affect us. So we go in there and we test for that. And again, what we like to test for is more scientific products, and we like to go by figures and numbers. So we'll show you. We like to see your dirty electricity under 150, and sometimes they're a lot higher. And we have filters that can go into your lines. One circuit line coming up from your panel up into your room will cover the lights and the plugs in your home. One filter will cover usually one of those lines. So we go in there and we teach and we show you how to do that. And the other one that we talk about is wireless. So everybody knows about wireless, your 5Gs, your modems, your Wi-Fi coming in, the Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. So we have a new meter that tests for that, and we'll go through and we'll give you ideas and helpful hints on how to try to mitigate some of the issues that you might have. There's not a lot you can do right now to prevent it all from happening, but there are things and measures and steps that you can take to help improve the health of your home through different ways to move the modem around or have them in different places and whatnot. So that's what we do.
Great, and that's all part of the Healthy Home Assessment.
Yes.
And if you want to book that, you can visit healthyhomemakeovers.ca.
Yes, correct. Just healthyhomemakeovers.ca will come in. It's about an hour and a half test. You can check it online. There's a new booking app in there. You can pick the date that you want us to come in and the time that'll work for you, and we'll get back to you. $99 charge. If you purchase anything over $500, we credit you back to $99.
Thank you, Brian, again, for spending a part of your Saturday here with us and helping to educate us on the health of our homes, our workplaces, the water, the air, electromagnetic fields, and bedding.
Perfect. Thank you for having us, and we always look forward to it.
You can find Brian at Improve Canada, Canada's largest home improvement center, 7250 Keele Street, Unit 65 in Vaughan. Visit healthyhomemakeovers.ca or call Brian anytime, 647-660-4900. Or email info@healthyhomemakeovers.ca. Stay tuned to Global News Radio, 640 Toronto.